Hello once again, everyone. In this video, I'm going to continue my discussion of object-oriented programming in Python. I'm going to show you here how to do inheritance. This is the concept of one class being inherited by another class or more than one other class. As you can see on the screen, I have a class defined here named automobile. This will be my base class. That means that this is the class that will be inherited by other classes. Now, if you want to review PowerPoints and book chapters for this, I would say look at chapter 11 of the Gaddis PowerPoints and look at chapter 2 again of the Goodrich PowerPoints. Just to review, this class has an init method, which is its constructor, to initialize the value of its variables. This one has 4. There's a make, a model, the mileage on the automobile, and its price. Then I have set functions defined for each of the 4 variables. I also have get functions defined for each of the 4 variables. Pretty standard class definition. So this is my base class. This is the class that will be inherited by other classes. Now, for the purposes of readability, I put the other classes and my main program in different .py files. So here's the automobile class. Now here I am creating a class called car. Now, since automobile is in a different file, I had to import it, as you can see by this line at the very top. From CS22 automobile import automobile. That imports the automobile class from that file, and now this file has access to it. But now I'm creating the car class. Look at this very first line of the car class. I have class car, and in parentheses, I have the word automobile. What this means is that the car class inherits the automobile class. This is how you do inheritance in Python. Now, the automobile class will have its own init method. But as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters. Make, model, mileage, and percentage are the same data items that are used in the automobile class. You have the ability to call the init method from the base class. Here's one way of doing it. So the car class will, on this line I've just circled, call the init method from the automobile class. We have automobile and then a dot and then init, and you have to have self there as well, but here are the variables that go into the automobile class. So since the car class inherits the automobile class, it has access to all its methods, including the init method. Now, there's one more parameter called doors. That's the number of doors that are on the car, 2-door or 4-door, etc. We have to set that one ourselves. So that, since that is unique to the car class, the doors parameter is not in the automobile class. We have to set that variable independently here in the car class's init method. The good news is I do not have to redefine all the set and get methods for make, model, mileage, and price. The car class automatically gets access to the automobile's set and get methods. All it needs to do is create set and get methods for the doors variable, because that's the only one unique to the car class. And here they are. There's the method to set the doors. There's a method to get or return the doors. So there you have the car class inheriting the automobile class. One more class that inherits automobile. It's this one called truck. Now, the only difference in variables is this one called drive type. We're not going to worry about the doors on a car. On a truck. We want to know if it's 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So that is the unique variable to the truck class. Here is a second way of calling the automobile class's constructor. As you can see, with this line right here, the truck class is inheriting the automobile class, just like the car class did. The other way you can call your base class's constructor is this. You use the keyword super with parentheses next to it, and then a dot, and then init, and here are the 4 variables for the automobile class. So this line you see circled is a second way of calling the automobile class's init method, or in general, your base class's init method. Now, once again, since drive type is unique to the truck class, we have to set that value by itself right here. And then we have to come up with set and get methods for the drive type. Because drive type is the one variable that is unique to the truck class. But we don't have to do it for any of the others because they come from the automobile class that was inherited. So there you have your two classes that inherit automobile, car and truck. Now I'm going to go to this 4th file that contains the main method. As you can see, first I need to, since we're in a different file, I need to import car and truck in this way. There are your import statements. And now here in main, here I am creating an instance of the car class. And on the next line, I create an instance of the truck class. Both have a make, a model, mileage, and a price. But then as you can see, the car class has doors. The truck class has a drive type. And all I'm going to do is call the get methods in each class to display the data with it. Now, as you may recall, get make, get model, get mileage, and get price were defined in the automobile class. As I said before, since the car class and the truck class both inherit the automobile class, we don't need to redefine those functions for those classes. The car class and the truck class are in effect calling the automobile class's methods for the make, model, mileage, and price. For the car class, though, the get doors function is unique to the car class. So the get doors function was defined in the car class. And likewise, the get drive type function was defined in the truck class. Run this program. Here's your output right here. Here's the output for our car class's object. Here's the output for our truck class's object. That, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please send me an email at kmuldrow@lbcc.edu.